Is Minecraft Day so beautiful? Even further down. What's that I found? My diamonds. Yeah. Whip that up. Whip it up. And then, what do we got first? Today's the 13th. We go to the 14th. And then we wait for people to show up. Where are the humans? Okay. Give everybody a minute here or two. A minute here or two, or 3 or 4. I'm just saying random numbers. This cover's wrong. I guess because we kind of shifted like a lot of games out because like how long it was gonna take, but like I don't think those 3 games at the end are happening. Oh, Cancun's happening, Providence and Cancun, but the 23rd and the 24th are both quick sims. So can kind of ignore the cover because it's a bit of a lie. Notice last time I was on here my voice was kind of quiet, so I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hopefully it's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna try to be fancy and see if I can time this right. Oh, the transition doesn't actually work. Oh, I'm so upset. Okay, whatever. That's cool. Anyway. Let's start off with the fun stuff. And by fun, I mean lots of box scores. As we have 2 quick sims and then an off day, and then first game's on the 17th. So let's just start on through that. Okie dokie. We have the demons and the crabs to start us off. Looking here, crabs shutting out the demons, 7-0 here. Couple multi-hit games for Detroit, but over here on the crab side, we get a 3 RBI game from Speedy Gonzalez, 3 for 4, 2 RBI game from Reeves. Looking at here, Mitchell with the loss for Detroit. Jabs getting the win, 6 innings, no earned runs. Kuramochi getting a 3-inning save. Player of the game is J. Jabs. Alrighty. Next up, we have the Rougarous and the Raptors. Raptors are going to beat the Rougarous 11-3, so the Raptors are over 500. Looking here, we get not much going on for New Orleans. Boise, 3 RBI game for Finn Race. Brunson with 2 RBIs, and Lonnie Anderson with 4. So have themselves a game. Johnny Dickshot with the loss, and Sukaroon with the win. Player of the game, Lonnie Anderson. Alrighty, game number 3, Toros and the Scorpions. And Scorpions are going to continue their hot streak. They win 5-0. 2-hit game for the Toros. Looking over here, Elliot is it Lefebvre? Lefebvre, I think that's how you say it. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Tarmington getting their 4th loss. They go 6 innings. Balkin gets a complete game, 12 strikeouts on just 2 hits. And they're, of course, player of the game. Rangers and the Sloths. Sloths are going to win 11-4 here against the Rangers. We get 2 RBIs from Farley Hank. Over on San Antonio's side, we get a 4 for 5, 4 RBI game from Nick Wilson, Poe with 2 RBIs, and Camden with 4 RBIs of their own. Castillo gets the loss for Florida. San Antonio, Dude Manbro with the win. They go 7 2/3 with 12 strikeouts, and player of the game is Nick Wilson. Fifth out of 6 games today. And the Vancouver Vandals beat up on the Aviators 10-1. Looking here, we get a 4 RBI game from Chris King. Johnny Times going 3 for 5, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Cronkleton with 2 RBIs. Hood with a 3 for 5 game. Smash Jackson getting the loss for Outer Banks. And Austin Bentley with the win for Vancouver and their player of the game. Last but not least, Voyagers beating the Stars here 7-1. 2 RBIs for Tentacion. I wondered if he got a home run or not. He did, so he continues to be on a hot streak. 17 home runs before the All-Star break. Looking here over on the Nashville side, we get a 3 for 4 game from Lunchbox McGrath, but not quite enough to make a difference. Seaver getting the win for New York, going 7 innings, and Baxter with the loss for Nashville. Despite 13 strikeouts, and Sievert's player of the game. Hey Hummus, how are you doing? Let me check here if we got any minors games. I think we do. We do. So we'll go through those real quick. Kingpins beating the Hepcats 1-0 on a shutout. The sole RBI coming from Vidal Valor. Gonzalez getting the win and Al Capone with the save. Thanks for streaming today. Well, no problem, Hummus. I like doing the weekend streams. I don't usually do much on the weekends, so it's cool to have something to kind of take up my time for a little while. Kind of fills up that gap between like after lunch and between dinner, you know. Good way to spend some time. Go Cancun, I'm wearing my Munson 35 jersey. Hey, well, there you go. Fills the gap. There it is, Beebs. Was it looking here? I think I said it already. Luke Arroyo with the loss. And player of the game is Todd Gonzalez. Next up, we got the Dillos and the Mounties. And the Mounties are going to win 2-1. Looking here, we get an RBI from Junie Panda for the Dillos. Over on the Kingston side, RBI comes from LaFleur and an RBI from Tuplan, making the difference in this game. Sims with the loss, they go 6 1/3, and Shining gets the win. They go 7 1/3 innings, 1 earned run. Throwing dude with the save. And Johnny Shining's player of the game. Can Mounties in the playoffs? I mean, they're right there. I mean, I know I was getting a bit upset about it at first, but they're right there. They're, I don't know, like 3 or 4 games out of the division or something like that. So they definitely have a chance. 66ers and the Swifties. And 66ers are going to beat the Swifties 8-2 on 15 hits. A few RBIs here and there. 4 for 5, but no RBIs or runs for Hard and Long. Is that Big Jim? Big Jim with 4 RBIs. Looking at the pitching, Chank Daly getting the win, going 6 1/3. And Novagina, I don't know how you say that, goes just 2/3 of an inning and gets the loss. Big Jim is player of the game. We got 2 more games, I think. One more game. Dynamos and the Wheelers. Wheelers are going to be the Dynamos 8-7 with a run in the top of the 8th. 4 for 5 RBI game for Stein. 2 RBIs for Sailor Twift and 3 RBIs for Ismail Sanchez. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to some of these names. I'm not used to them. Cloudera getting 3 RBIs for Dallas. And Bluefield with 2. Looking at the pitching, George Washington Crab getting the win and the blown save. And is that Guy Carlton getting the save. Over on the Dallas side is Jesse Brown getting the loss. And player of the game is Philip Stein. Man, I'm completely out of it with the minors. I have like no idea who half of these names are. Yeah, but that ends it for today. We have one more quick sim day, and then we'll have Primetime number 1. Alright, start us off. We got Voyagers and the Stars for day number 2. Voyagers beating the Stars 11-3 here. We got a 5 RBI game from Jose Tentacion. 2 home runs in one game. He's on... What kind of pace is this? This is insane. 4 RBIs for Rove as well, so have himself a game. Over on the Nashville side, Zach Johnson with 2 RBIs. Cillian O'Sullivan gets the win. They go 7 1/3, 3 earned. Tokiyami with the loss. He must be tested. Test, I'll say. Yeah. And, of course, he's player of the game. I mean, it's insane. He's having a career year and definitely the early MVP candidate. You know who bend over hard and long finesse insider is? Oh, I see how it is, LBG. Wow. Toros versus the Scorpions. And Scorpions get their 40th win, beating up on the Toros. They're not having a good week so far. It's been rough, falling under 500 by 6 games, and hopefully they can bounce back. But I mean, it's pretty rough right now. 2 RBIs for Tilapia Salmons. Over on the Death Valley side, we get 3 RBIs from Sim, 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs for first name, last name. Kid Carsey with the loss, Shane Green getting the win, and Long getting the save. Player of the game is first name, last name, and Zhangzuan Sim ties the PBE regular season game record for triples with 2. Your favorite player is first name, last name. My favorite player is Tanner Hotman. I know Cade Munson will get mad at me, but Hotman is a legend. Sloth's walking off the Rangers here 5-4. Jaws fine. 2 RBIs for Jay Kane. So good for him, a former Mountie. On the San Antonio side, Ash Dragon with 2 RBIs, Tomato Turtle with another 2 RBIs. And then we go to pitching. Not going 7 innings, 4 earned, but Domingo Pozo gets the loss. Bobby Daring went 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, but the blown save goes to Sum Dugan, and Shinkansen with the win. Player of the game is Bobby Daring. Aviators and the Vandals. Vandals beating the Aviators 8-2. 2 RBI game for Chris King, so have himself a sim so far. Sack Lodge with 2 RBIs. Excuse me. Kinnear Bin Cotton with the loss. They go 6 innings, 5 earned. And Ripspod gets a complete game for the Vandals, and he's player of the game. How do you get drops, TPE drops? Well, you see what you got to do, Mr. Davey, Cade Munson, is you have to go onto your PBE forum account, and you go in the media section, and you type Bauer Stinks. And if you do that, then you'll get drops. Raptors beating the Rougarous 3-1 here. 3 for 4 game for Issa with an RBI. And then a couple more for the guys above him, Brunson and McDavitt. McDougal going 7 1/3, 1 earned, but Pleasance gets the loss. Moston goes 8 2/3, 1 earned run, and they get the win. And is that Matthew Paul with the save? Who is your player? Do you have a player in the PBE? I see that these are your first messages in Twitch chat. I'm kind of assuming there's somebody from ISFL, but I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. Player of the game is Braylon Moston. Last but not least, Demons and the Crabs. Crabs shutting out the Demons on just 2 hits, 8-0. 2 RBIs from Gonzalez, 2 from Litteris, and 3 from Dowd. Fairborn gets their 10th loss of the season, going 7 innings, 6 earned. Not having a good start so far. And Barack Obama with the win goes 9 innings, no earned runs, 15 strikeouts. And that is a Crabs regular season record. That is a tie. Player of the game is Barack Obama. Well, Wombat, if you wait long enough, it will magically appear in your update thread, I guess. That's what I've been told. But yeah, make sure you got the Bauer Stinks in there and everything, and you're good to go. I think we still got to go through the minors, so this is going to take a minute. Dillos and the Mounties. Mounties, coming back in a fiery Flame of Death, 13-0 over the Dillos. We got 4 RBIs for Tyler Hills, 3 RBIs for Del Olmo, among others. Being President Nobel Prize winner is anything compared to PBE Player of the Game. That's good. Fruking with the loss, they go 2 1/3, giving up 5 earned runs and 5 more unearned. Okay, interesting. Billy Greer goes 4 innings, no earned runs, but Throwing Bud gets the win, going another 4 innings, no earned runs. Player of the game is Enrique Del Olmo. Wheelers and the Dynamos. Wheelers shut out the Dynamos 2-0. 3-for-3 game for Doctor, but it's not quite enough. Myth with an RBI and Wallace with an RBI. Danielson with the loss for Anchorage. La Silva getting the win for Dallas. 7 innings, no earned runs, and Atlas with the save. Player of the game is Valeria La Silva. State College beating the 66ers here 12-7. Get a 2 RBI game for Lane and Gonzalez. Over on the State College side, we get 4 for 5, 6 RBIs for Haywood Dinkle. So definitely player of the game caliber right there. Yeah, no doubt. Bobo Bones going. It's so confusing to say. Bobo Bones, 5 2/3, 4 earned runs, but Shu gets the loss and the blown save. What? Didn't I not? What did I say it wrong? Legally blind gamer. I thought I'm confused. Leather Shoe goes 5 1/3, 4 earned, but Evans gets the win, going 3 innings with 1 earned run, and of course Dinkle player of the game. Yeah, Dynamo shut out the Wheelers. Isn't that what I said? Or did I say Wheelers shut out the Dynamo? I'm confused. Anyway, Kingpins and the Hepcats. And Hepcats walk off the Kingpins in the bottom of the 9th here. Looks like Elliot Anderson hitting a solo shot. 3 RBIs for Acuna Matata. Over on the Kansas City side. Just a few here and there, but it's enough to win. Kingpin getting the loss for Chicago. I don't know how to say that. Gets a blown save, and Rhodes MacArthur with the win. Player of the game is Michael Jordan, who goes 7 innings, no earned runs. I don't know how to say LBG. Don't get mad at me. Okay, that ends the 15th. And then the 16th is a complete off day. Yes. We go to the 17th. And we have Boise versus Providence for the first game. And then Vancouver versus the Voyagers for game number 2. Alright. Why am I still in there? Okay. Okie dokie. So we start off with Boise at Providence, which is right here. We have Bill Bisquick versus Nate Pearson. So a premier matchup for primetime number 1. Where are the dots? I'm sorry, dots is only for the inferior sim leagues. As I'm just here to talk crap. Oh, that just reminded me. Actually, let me go back. Settings. I always forget to change these because it always changes for me every time. Okay. Yelling at dots is fun. Dot sim has not been nice to me. I'm not gonna lie. It's I've not had a good time. I mean, I'm having a great season, but like overall, my last couple of games have not been good. Not been great for Mr. Rigby Raccoon. Okay, I think that's all good to go, and I'm gonna have to restart the sound, which is a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. So let's start up. Okay, let me do that. Alright. cool. Good to go. Was that an option for fireworks? I didn't see one. But I mean, it does that when you get a home run and stuff, so that should be good. Okay, so Finn Reese got it out for out number 1, so let's start going on from there. Grins lining out to the center fielder on a diving catch. Brunson now with 2 outs, and he'll strike out. So Pearson's starting off well, and we're gonna go to the bottom of the first. Big Diesel in the hizzy. Let's start off for the Crabs here with Knox striking out. Marcus Reeves, hot hitter, keeps that going with a gap shot to right field. Should be a double. And they get there easily. Pitchers can get strikes in 21. Someone tell Jose. Yeah, apparently he can. Ooh, slow to the shortstop. But they still make the play. Wow. Looked close there, but apparently they were able to still get him at first. So, 1 hit for the Crabs, but we say scoreless. Top of the second. McDavitt starting off with his line drive to second. Iso is going to take a walk on the full count. It's possible to turn off around the horn when using this pitcher view? You mean like when they throw a strikeout and they throw around the infield? I have no idea. I haven't checked. Should probably mess around with the system a little bit more, but just a little bit confused as to all that, how that whole thing goes. They get a runner to third, but Boise doesn't end up scoring. Gonna start off here at the bottom of the second with the Crabs getting a walk. And the random music in the stadium as usual with runners on the corners here, no outs. Dandy Chiggins. Good catch by the center fielder, but it's going to allow the runner at third to tag up. So that's the first run of the game for the Crabs. Up 1-0 here in primetime number 1. Ooh, they hit the batter there. So 2 on, runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Knox up to bat, and that's their second strikeout of the game, I think. Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, they struck out in the first inning, struck out in the second inning. And top of the third we go. Crabs up by 1. I don't get it. We've allowed the term cunts to be in the chat because of Rusty Cunts, but it keeps adding it as not permitted, and I don't know why. I don't even know how you say it. Is it Rusty Cunts or Rusty Kuntz? Like, I don't know how he wants it pronounced. He's never told me. But, I mean, if his name is his name, then I'm going to leave it there. Boise getting a hit, but not much more here as the Crabs come up to bat in the bottom of the third. And we're going to start off with a single from Reeves. High pop fly to shallow center by Small. Litteris with 1 on here, 1 out. And they're going to strike out. Gap shot by Gonzalez should score a run. And it will. It's going to be a triple. No contest there. For Gonzalez scoring the second run of the game for the Crabs. Up 2-0 now. And that's going to be the third out. So we go to the top of the fourth. Crabs still up by 2. You can definitely see the effort of investing in gap there. Definitely in the Crabs, I think, more than any other team with their gap shots. Scoring a lot of extra runs. And I think it works out well for them. Iso getting on base here with a single, 1 out. Petra Sabor is going to strike out for out number 2. And Londy Anderson will do the same. So, Crabs still up by 2 here. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, I'm not doing that one, Dermot. Sorry. He tried, but no. Ooh, off the wall there by John Dowd. Is he going to go for 3? He is. Is there going to be a throw? Throw is late. So another triple for the Crabs. Rusty Kuntz grounds out to first for out number 2, so that scores run number 3. Riven knocks up to bat. And they don't strike out this time, but they will ground out, so that's out number 3. Crabs up by 3 here again. Primetime number 1. Lucas Gold going to start us off with a ground out to the shortstop on a diving catch. Chaisen Boom strikes out. Finreese with 2 outs will hit a single up the middle. You're damn near a walking meme. I mean, aren't we all a walking meme as a pitcher? At least you aren't like me, who had to be plagued by my first 3 seasons being like under 500 TPE as a starter, and it making my ERA like a run higher than it has to be. That's a double play there, by the way. Keep the Crabs from getting anybody else on. So it's still 3-0 here. We go to the top of the 6th. But I always wonder what my ERA would be like if I didn't have like 2 5-run seasons and a 6-run season. But I mean, it is what it is. I think I'd still be around 4 ERA, maybe a little bit lower, but it's good enough for me. You know, like I always said when I was coming on to the Vandals, like they always told me that it was gonna be rough, and I was okay with it as long as I got to pitch, and it all worked out. So I may have had some bad seasons to start off, but definitely don't regret it. Another triple there for the Crabs. Wow. Is that for Chiggins? But Dowd strikes out, so it doesn't really matter. Still 3-0. Sabor grounds out to the shortstop. Trip City right now, WTF. Yeah, lots of triples. But hey, I think that's a good thing. I definitely don't think we got enough triples in 19. I think it's a little bit unrealistic. Like, if somebody has like 70 plus speed, they should be getting triples at least like, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a season, if you're a good player with speed. So I'm glad to see that. Gap shot there by Rusty Kuntz. Is he going to go for 3? No, he stays for 2. And they got the throw back in time. Knox here with a runner in scoring position. No outs. He's going to pop up to the left fielder. Reeves strikes out. Richard Small, 2 outs, will ground out to the shortstop. So we go to the top of the 8th. Still 3-0 here. Crabs up. The Vandals once told me the world was gonna roll me. Yeah. Where's John? John 41. Looks like Jake Grin's striking out there, so that's 2 outs. Brunson is going to take a walk here on a full count. Still 2 outs. Running on first for McDavitt, who will ground out to the first baseman. So, bottom of the 8th now. One more chance for Boise to try to come back into the game, but otherwise it's going to be it for primetime number 1. Pop fly by Litteris is out. Gonzalez with 1 out is going to fly out, looks like, to the shortstop. And Morimura, 2 outs. 2 outs. Grounds out to the first baseman, throws to the pitcher for out number 3. Iso grounds out to the shortstop. Sabor with 1 out is going to ground out to the second baseman, so one more out here for Boise, otherwise they're done. And that should be it. So, Crabs shutting out Boise here, 3-0. We get a 3-for-4 game from Reeves, RBIs for Gonzalez, and Chiggins as well as Kuntz. Who's having a good season, 28 RBIs as the 9th batter. Not bad. Pitching, Bisquick getting the loss despite going a complete game. Nate Pearson getting their 8th win. They go 7 innings, no earned runs, and Shower Handle gets the save. Nate Pearson, of course, player of the game. Alright, so we're going to go to Primetime number 2 now, which is going to be the Vandals and the Voyagers. Alright. I'll have to do some finagling with the sim window again. Oh, so is there fireworks? Yeah, there is fireworks, and there's a thing for a home run horn. So there you go. What's the health bar that homie has? If you see a bar, it's typically player stamina. For pitchers, you'll see it when they're pitching. And for players, you'll see it like in their roster pages and whatnot. But yeah, it's just basically like how tired they are. Alrighty, let's get started. Primetime number 2. And I'll bring up the box scores in a second here. If I can, please. Guess not. Okay, Chris King starting us off with a single. So, he's definitely having a hot start to this sim. Johnny Times the second now. Ooh, diving catch by the center fielder. Stops that from what possibly could have been a run. So went out here with the runner on first, and McMuffin's going to pop out. The horn's on. The horn's on. It just somebody needs to hit a homer. Stolen base by Chris King, and then Crunkleton strikes out. So, 3 outs for the Vandals. They get a hit, and we go to the Voyagers now. Ground out by Menard. Hunter Harrison strikes out. Having a great season as far as average is concerned, but they strike out there. The hot hitter Tentacion is going to ground out to the shortstop, so we're going to have to see if the Vandals can keep him cool. They do get him out there for the first time, but definitely a scary batter. Herb Sessions getting on base with a single. Rick Hood! That is gone. Goodbye. 2-run shot. And there was no horns. I'm kind of sad. But 2-run shot. Is that back-to-back? It is. Back-to-back home runs. Hood and Gibbles. 3-0. Vandals over the Voyagers. That first home run was 440 feet, so really impressive. Is that back-to-back-to-back? No, that one's going to be at the wall for out number 1. Shitter me, that one is almost to the warning track, so some hard hit balls so far. Chris King, oh, to the third baseman, drops it, so Chris King's going to get on base here. And Johnny Times II strikes out. So Vandals score 3 on the back-to-back home runs. Voyagers still yet to hit. Or to get a hit, I should say. Excuse me. Rove strikes out. I don't know where the horn is. Maybe the Vandals just don't have one. Rivers going to get the first hit of the game there for the Voyagers. And make it 2 hits in a row. Runners on first and second with just 1 out. Strobel up to bat, and Strobel will strike out. Vandals are away. Yeah, that must be what it is then. I didn't even think about that, but that makes a lot of sense. Yep, okay. Yeah. Definitely makes sense now. Alrighty. So, Vandals get out of that inning unscathed, and they'll be up to bat here in the top of the third. McMuffin got out for out number 1. Crunkleton, the pop out to the center fielder for out number 2. Herb Sessions strikes out. So, like that, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. Ooh. RJ Menard pops out over out number 2. Hunter Harrison, shallow pop fly to center fielder. So again, another 3 up, 3 down here. This time, it's the Voyagers who are up to bat. Go to the top of the fourth now. Vandals still up by 3 here in Primetime number 2. Rick Hood will ground out. Bob Gibbles now hit a home run last time, and they're going to walk, so having themselves a good game so far. Sack Lodge to the pitcher, throws to first, and it's a double play. Wow, definitely caught Gibbles lacking there, but there's not much he could have done. So, great defensive play right there to keep anybody from getting too far advanced. Ulysses Rove, shallow pop fly, is caught. Rivers all the way to the warning track, but that's going to be caught as well. So again, not much going on here. Seems like everybody's kind of quieted out. Or, I'm not sure how to explain it. Everybody's calmed down a little bit, I should say. Shitter Me is going to get on base with a walk here. No outs. Chris King. Is that going to be the double play? It is. So, like that, it's 2 outs. Johnny Times the second will strike out. So, 3 up, 3 down. Once again, we go to the bottom of the 5th now. Still 3-0. I don't care that you broke your elbow. Stevenson's striking out. Strobel will do the same. Always like high pop fly there, by the way, by Grand Foreskin, but it's gonna be out. Always like the video where it's the little kid in the bus. He's like, "Excuse my potty mouth, shut the fuck up." I don't know, it's so funny. And just I don't know, I love those videos. As McMuffin strikes out. I always assume I pick whichever team is losing. Well, that's an interesting philosophy there, Beebs. As Herb Sessions gets on base with a single there, 2 outs. Rick Hood drops into left field. It's going to put runners on first and second. Bases loaded. 2 outs here. Sack Lodge will strike out. So, Vandals threaten but do not score. Alright, RJ Menard striking out for out number 2. The 3-year-old Vietnamese kid that made its craftsmanship is about to go up in flames. Oh man, there's some drama going on in chat. Still 3-0 here. We're gonna go to the top of the 7th now. Shitter Me striking out. Chris King will strike out, so that's 2 outs. Shitter Me Timbers. There you go. That's a good one. Johnny Times the second will get on base with a walk with 2 outs. McMuffin up to bat. McMuffin drops that into right field. It's going to put runners on the corners. Crunkleton, can they expand the lead? It doesn't look like it. It might be caught, and it is. Yeah, Blue Line having one of those Blue Line-esque games. Diving catch by the center fielder. Definitely getting some help from his defense. Center fielder getting work there. Stevenson will ground it out. So, another 3 up, 3 down. Blue Line definitely chugging along. Would love to see if he can go for a complete game. I bet he'd for sure be happy to see that. Herb Sessions gonna get a single to start us off here in the top of the 8th. Rick Hood dropping that into right field, puts runners on the corner, says they're gonna be safe at third, and pass ball is gonna score a run and put a runner in scoring position. And a walk is gonna put 2 on here, still no outs. Sacrilege high pop fly should be out number 1, and the runners will not advance. Shinrami grounds it to the third baseman, throws on over to second, but he doesn't step on third, so it's just 2 outs here, and that's gonna drop and score a run. So it's 5-0. Johnny times the second, past the infield, is gonna score another run. It is 6-0 now. McMuffin will strike out, and it finally ends the bleeding, but it is 6-0 now. As they go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Again, prime time number 2. And Strobel will start us off with a single up the middle. Grand Forskin will strike out. See how long they keep Blue Line in here. Nakia dropping down the right field is going to put 2 on here. It might be his last, and it is. They bring in Alex Johnson. So, great start for Blue Line, but leaves a couple runners on the base path, so we'll have to see if Johnson can back him up here as he loads the bases with 2 outs. And a bases loaded walk by Johnson. Oh, you hate to see it. But it is Tentacion, so might be a what do you say, a Barry Bonds-esque kind of moment there. Definitely could have been worse. Could have hit a homer instead, for sure. Crunkleton, warning track power, is going to be out there. Herb Sessions, line drive directly to the vortex of the third baseman's glove. And Rick Hood hitting a high pop fly to the warning track in left field will be caught. So, bottom of the 9th, last chance for the Voyagers here. Vandals up 6-1. Rivers grounds out to the third baseman for out number 1. Joshua Stevenson strikes out for out number 2. Last chance here with Strobel up to bat. And they will strike out. So, Vandals winning prime time number 2, 6-1. Excellent game there from Blue Line and the Vandals in general. Looking here, you get 2 RBIs from Rick Hood on a 3-for-5 game. Sessions 3-for-5 as well. And then a couple of RBIs from King and Times. Excuse me, as well as Gibbles, who had 3 walks, so there you go. Looking here, Blue Line, fantastic game, goes 7 1/3, gets the 1 earned run on the bases loaded walk by Johnson. But they get the win with 9 strikeouts. Turner gets the save. Softface goes 7 innings, 3 earned runs. It was a good game, but not quite enough, and they get the loss. And player of the game is Blue Line. Alrighty. Krabs shutting out the Raptors here 3-0. Couple RBIs from Gonzalez, Chiggins, and Kuntz. Bisquick going complete game. Oh no, we already watched that. Durr. Demons beating the Stars 4-3. 2 RBI game from Fry on the Nashville side. Over on the Detroit side, just a bunch of individual RBIs, and one that was not attributed to a batter for the 4th run, interestingly enough. Pitching, Johnson gets the loss. They go 6 innings, 4 earned. Young goes 5 2/3, 3 earned runs, but LeBlanc gets the win and Chadwick with the save. Player of the game is Silas Young. Riggers get beat by the Sloths, who beat them 5-4 with 2 runs in the top of the 9th. On the San Antonio side, we get a 2 RBI game from Kahn, and then 1 run each from the top 3 of the lineup. Over on the New Orleans side, we get 2 RBIs from Cook. Pitching, Rose goes 6 2/3, 4 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, but the win goes to Dogan. Wokenfuss gets the win goes 7 innings, 1 earned, but doesn't get a win or a loss. Pleasance with a hold and Salchicha with a loss and a blown save. Player of the game is Roberto Kahn. And Toros able to walk it off in the bottom of the 11th, 3-2 over the Space Rangers. Looking here, JD Jacks, who got the game-winning run on a single, so good for them. And pitching, Kai goes 5 innings, 1 earned, Torkelton getting a hold, Madison with a blown save, and Poza with the loss. Spinrate goes 6 1/3, 2 earned, but the win goes to Amp Dupree, going 3 1/3 innings, and Cypress Spinrate's player of the game. Last but not least, Scorpions shutting out the Aviators 6-0. Just 2 hits. Orem with 2 RBIs. Walrus with 2 RBIs as well. Pitching, Harry Styles gets a complete game. Win, going 9 innings. Walker Cato getting the loss, goes 7 innings, 3 earned, and player of the game is Harry Styles. Let's check over on the minors side. And yes, we do have minors games. And the 2 polar opposites of the league here. Hepcats beating the Mounties 6-4. 2 RBIs from Scott, 3 from Hodge. Over on the Kingston side, we get 2 RBIs from Kirkby, but not much more. Pitching, Galvin goes 5 innings, 4 earned. Castrano gets the win, though, and El Charo with the save. Murphy goes 6 innings, but Law gets the loss. Rough game for him, going 2 innings, 2 earned. Dylan Hodge is player of the game. Dynamos beating the Wheelers here, scoring 1 in the bottom of the 8th to win 3-2. On the Wheelers side, 3 for 4 from Twift, and Dimes getting 2 RBIs, but an RBI each from Myth, Cloudera, and Stevens in the heart of the lineup is enough for the Dynamos to win. Elephant goes 7 innings, 2 earned, but Crab gets the loss. Beaumont goes 5 2/3, 2 earned runs, but Brown with the win and Unitas with the save. Player of the game is Leo Entertainment Font, despite the loss. Bumpson. Dillos beat the Kingpins 6-3. 2 RBIs from Ruiz, among a couple of individual RBIs from others. Sandwich getting the win, they go 6 2/3, 1 earned. Dart with the loss, they also go 6 2/3, but 6 earned. Player of the game is Hot Dog Sandwich. Last but not least, we have the 66ers beating the Swifties 6-4. Long with 2 RBIs, Lane with 3 RBIs. 3 RBIs from McCollum on the State College side. Finesse and Cider goes 6 2/3, no earned runs, they get the win. DeMarco with the save. And you need to calm down getting the loss. Player of the game is Brendan McCollum. Alrighty. Let's go to Primetime number 3, why don't we? Which, is SAS versus New Orleans. We have Callaway Flowers versus Coco McQueen. No, stop it. Bad. What happened there? Okay, it's the same. Stop! Okay. Okay. I'll turn that off real quick. Okay. Yeah, all-star rosters are today. This is not the New Orleans Stadium. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Nick Wilson here with one out is going to get a single. Yeah, they're today. It's the end of the second week. That's always how it is. What burp? I didn't burp. Maybe you heard the cup going down, but I didn't burp. I wouldn't know because I burped on stream before. It's like, no, really, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not eating while doing my job either. I ate before the stream, which is tough for me because I want to be able to take out my aligners while I'm streaming, but I also like have to take them out to eat, but I don't want them out for too long. By the way, Tomato Turtle, they're scoring on what was a single, I believe, by Turtle. Or wait. Yeah, okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say, like, I don't want to have my aligners off for too long, but I want them off during the stream. But I also have to eat, so like, I have to like hurry up, take them off, eat, and then go stream, and then go put them back on. But I'm probably gonna eat after the stream anyway, so it's like, I need to time it out right, because I'm supposed to be wearing them 22 hours a day, so virtually whenever I'm not eating or drinking, which I'm using this time right now as a time to drink and eat food and stream. But I ate before the stream. I had cheese string, which is Pog. Love cheese string. Nick Wilson dropping that in the towards left field for a single. McDonald's with a strikeout. Did I say McDonald's? McDonald. Ooh, that's in the corner. Should be at least 2. It might be 3. I think it's going to be 3. Yeah, easiest 3 of Poe's life. Getting all the way to third, and it's going to score the second run. I need to clear these pings up. There we go. I can't see the screen. There we go. Pop fly by Stud. That's out of here. Tie game. Just like that, it's 2-2. Definitely a fitting name. Oh man, it's gonna be so weird seeing Tommy LaStella not in an Angels jersey now that he's on the A's. I just got a tweet about it that he's batting second. It's just so weird. Ooh, stolen base attempt by DiStefano, and he's safe. 2 outs here. Cook is gonna ground out though. So 2-2 here with the 2-run shot. So we go to the top of the 4th and see if SAS can respond. And they'll start off with Camden popping out to left. Sandberg. That might be out of here. And it's gone. completely demolished that one. 408 feet. Line drive over the wall. Make it 3-2. Tomato Turtle is going to get a single past shortstop. Roberto Khan drops that in front of the left fielder, puts 2 on here with 1 out. Stan Antonio walks, so that's bases loaded with 1 out here. And Nick Wilson up to bat with 14 home runs, leading the team. Oh, and he hit to what should have honestly been a double play, but instead it's an error at second. So the run scores, and it makes it 4-2. Bases still loaded. Pop fly by McDonald. Scott Poe here. Strikes out. So they do score 2 on the error, but it could have been a lot worse. Or did they score 1 on the error? I don't remember. They scored 2 regardless. Okay. So start off with Bonanza grounding out. Christopher Brew, a pop fly to left field is caught. Beauregard with 2 outs. We'll drop that into left field for a single. Stolen base attempt is good, but Robson Jr. will strike out. So it's still 4-2. SAS on top. Ash Dragon barely beating out a throw to first. Camden will strike out. That's gone. Goodbye, Sandberg. Definitely showing off the power there with a 440-foot homer to make it 5-2. Can you make that noise? What? I don't know what you're talking to. Like, I don't know what you mean. Oh! I got him out! It's a weird question, Beebs. I'm gonna have to say no. In the left field there for single by Geronimo. Frick Nasty saying, Diesel, I love you. I love you too, Frick Nasty. Best co-GM ever. Yeah, Vancouver won. Right now it's Crabs won, Vandals won, and Slosser in the lead. Although it's now 5-4, so definitely a close game here. Rougarous win prime times. Don't tell that to my TPE. That might be it set. As Roberto Khan gets a double there. No outs. Stan Antonio grounds out to short but advances the runner. Runner on third. And it's a strikeout by Wilson. So no sacrifice now. McDonald's going to have to get a hit if they want to score, and they will. So it's going to be 6-4 with a double by Bobby McDonald. Whew! Scott Poe smoked that one. 414 feet. Makes it 8-4 here on the 2-run shot. You know, I like to talk about how, like, I never notice things in the lead. It's taken me this long to realize that low key is low key, and I hate myself for it. I mean, at least it's not as bad as it taking me like 8 months to figure out that Juosu was Julian O'Sullivan. That was pretty bad, but this is pretty close, I'd have to say. Rob Senior Jr. there will be out for hour number 3, so top of the 7th, 8-4 SAS on top. Yeah, Loki, not great, Bob. Tomato turtle. Whoa, they scored and I wasn't paying attention. Serves me right. 9-4 now. Netlandic, what's going on? Lead secure, TP secure. TP is never secure. Gotta tell you that. On top of the 8th we go now. SAS still at 9-4. Not much. I'm doing great. Like having a good Saturday stream. Lots of good matchups. Feeling a lot better about this one. Last time was kind of I don't know, I just kind of felt like out of the mojo of it, but feeling good with this one. Feeling a lot better about it. So hopefully that continues, because I like enjoying myself when I stream, and I don't know, just didn't feel it last time, but I'm feeling a lot better today. Whoa, what happened there? The ball just goes into a black hole into the pitcher's glove at the most like unnatural angles, I should say. And we go to the top of the 9th. Still 9-4. Ash Dragon starting us off with a pop fly to the right field. Camden to the third baseman. That was the first round, number 2. And Sandberg is going to walk. Tomato Turtle. Strike out. So last chance for New Orleans here if they want to get back into this game. Otherwise, SAS will be taking number 3. Start off with Beauregard striking out. Cena Jr. grounds out to the first baseman. Super TARDIS subscribing with the Twitch Prime. There you go, as Oakwood Stud pops out for round number 3. Can't wait till OOTP 22 and pitchers actually hold the ball. Yeah, so Sloth being the Ruger is 9-4. I'm gonna try to pull in Person Man here real quick, cause he wanted to hop in for Primetime number 4, so I'll let him do that and see if he pops in or not. And there they are.
Yeah, there I am.
Alrighty, so I'll run through these real quick and then give you a chance. Is there a way you want to go through the game? Do you want to pick innings or anything like that, or just
first you share your screen.
Yeah.
It's your stream. It's up to you if you want to take a break. Take a break, or we can just do teams or innings or something.
How about we do like LBG? Like I'll do like the first like 4 or something, and you can do the last 5.
Sure.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
There we go. Alrighty. So let me bring up Twitch again real quick. Look at here, Sloths being the Rougarous, 9-4. 3 RBIs from Poe, 2 from Sandberg, 2 from Turtle. Flowers getting the win. They go 7 innings, 4 earned runs. Over the New Orleans side. I didn't even talk about them. My bad. Stud with 2 RBIs. Pitching, McQueen getting the loss. They go 5 2/3, 6 earned runs. And they get the loss. Player of the game is Robert Sandberg with the 2 home runs and a couple of walks. Alrighty, so our second primetime of the day and 4th overall is Nashville at Detroit.
Yeah, the reason I'm here is this is VV Zielman's.
You good over there?
What the hell? Oh my goodness. This is VV Zielman's PBE stream debut. First time that she's been on stream, so I told Alexa I would commentate on it.
Well, there you go. So let's start us off.
How she does under pressure.
I'll have to bring up the box scores real quick. As Geese starts us off with a pop fighter right field. There we go. Alrighty. Zach Johnson now with 1 out is gonna line out to the center fielder with a diving catch. Winston with 2 outs will walk on a full count. Lunchbox McGrath drops, so runners on the corners here with 2 outs. Buswell past the second baseman is gonna score 1 run. Puts runners on the corners again here with 2 outs. Kevin Hunter pass the ball is gonna score another run. Puts a runner in scoring position as well. So 2-0 here in the top of the first with 2 outs. And finally, Hunter strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the first now. Detroit up to bat. Bellinger will strike out. Gaelic Gladiator will do the same. Grant Iridian with 2 outs will strike out. So I believe that's 3 strikeouts in a row for Varga. So excellent start for them. And a ground out by Brandon Fry to the shortstop. Philly fan, shallow pop fly is out number 2. Wendell Meredith will strike out. So 3 up, 3 down this time for Nashville. And we'll go back to Detroit again. Quick first contact of the game, grounds out to the shortstop. Michael David hitting a high pop fly to the warning track, but it's going to be caught. Charlie Law Jr. pop fly to left field is caught. So 3 up, 3 down once again. Top of the third now. Hunter Geist grounds out to the first baseman, throws to the pitcher. Winston grounds out to the first baseman for out number 3. Stretch Armstrong grounding out to the second baseman. Axel Cloud line drive to the center fielder. And Joman Johnston grounds out to the third baseman for out number 3. So top of the fourth now. Lunchbox McGrath is going to walk for a first batter. Buswell with 1 on. Strikes out for out number 1. Kevin Hunter into the double play. So still 2-0 here. Detroit yet to get any hits. We'll see if they can do that now. As Bellinger will ground out to the shortstop. Gladiator, the one out, is going to hit a pop fly to right field, and it's caught. Grant Iridian with 2 outs will ground out to the shortstop. So, we'll go to Mr. Person Man now for the 5th inning.
Here we go, top of the 5th. Nashville still up by 2. Let's see how this game continues. A hit right past the shortstop for Brandon Fry. Sort of lead-off batter at first, bringing up Philly fan. He'll hit this one right to the first baseman. The only plays at first, a 1-out runner in scoring position. A wild pitch moves the runner over to third. As Wendell Meredith will draw the walk. Top of the order now for the Stars with Hunter Geist. So a miss attempt from Meredith, and he's safe at second. This one's going to center field. Caught out there. Great catch, but the runner tags up and should be safe. 3-0. It's the lead now for Nashville. Which brings up Zach Johnson with 2 outs. He will strike out for the 3rd out. So VV's given up, 3 earned runs, but has 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 5.
I believe one of those hits was a bunt. It looked like I saw him square up.
Yeah, it was something weird. Mounting quick for Detroit. Leah Better strikes out, brings up Michael David. Why is my thing like this? Wait, go get it.
I don't know.
I don't know. My thing here is weird. Michael David gets that one over. Oh, there we go. Michael David gets a single, by the way. That looks like a bunt. That's like I don't get those. But Trey Law into the fielder's choice as Armstrong pops out to the catcher in foul territory, which makes no sense. The way that the ball moved, but it's baseball. Anything can happen. Winston up to bat first here for the Stars. Ground out to the first baseman. Brings up Lunchbox McGrath. He just won to center field, but that's caught for out number 2. And Jason Buswell will draw the walk. So 1 on, 2 outs for Hunter. Will ground out to the first baseman. So nothing going on in the top of the 6th. Let's see, 8, 9, and 1 batters up for Detroit. Lead us off with Axel Cloud. Cloud hits this one to left field. That drops. It should be good for extra bases, and he'll get a double. Johnson up now, no outs. He's hit this one to right field, dead. I thought that's going to drop. Somehow the first baseman on skates got it. As Bellinger grounds out to the first baseman, but the runner goes over to third. And Gladiator lines right out to the third baseman. So a little bit of a threat there with the leadoff hit, but nothing in the 6th. Fry up again now for the Stars. He's hit this one right to the second baseman, first out. Philly fan will do the exact same thing. They ground out to the second baseman, and Wendell Tintin Meredith will ground out to the shortstop. So 3 up, 3 down there at the top of the 7th. Move down to the bottom of the 7th. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Demons. Iridian up first. He will hit this, pop up right to the pitcher's mound, and the pitcher actually catches that one. But you don't really see. As quick as this one into the gap in right field, that'll be good for extra bases, and it's a double. I would say stand-up double, but it's slid. Fuck that right there. Michael Davis is going to ground out to the shortstop, and the runner on second stays put, as Trey Law Jr. will fly out to center field. 1, 2, 3 hitters up for the Stars as we start at the top of the 8th. They are still up 3-0. Both teams with 3 hits, as Danny Nguyen comes in to pitch. A ground out to the first baseman for out number 1. Zach Johnson up now. Will strike out swinging. So 2 quick outs. And Winston up now. Eventually. Winston will strike out. That's at number 3. So a couple of quick innings there for Detroit, as they have 6 outs to get 3 runs as it stands right now. So Armstrong will hit this one deep to left field. That's going, and that's gone. A 414-foot home run, his 5th of the season. Whew! As he puts the first run on the board for Detroit, 3-1 now. Still 6 outs to get these last 2 runs. Axel Cloud up. He had that leadoff double earlier, but this time he will ground out to the shortstop. Johnson up. He's going to ground it to the third baseman. That's out number 2. Back to the top of the order. And Kyle Bellinger hits a high 1 and 2 left center. and caught by the center fielder at number 3. So Detroit gets 1 run back with a solo home run, but still down by 2 as the Stars get one last inning to put up some runs. As McGrath is going to start us off with a lead-off single, brings up Jason Buswell, and he is going to pop this one up. Who's going to catch it? I think that was the first baseman.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. Yeah. And then Hunter's going to ground into a double play. Bottom of the 9, 3 outs to work with to get 2 runs for 2, 3, 4 batters for Demons. So, if it's going to happen for them at any point, it's got to happen now. As Gladiator will ground out, I kind of looked away for a second. I'm not really sure what's happened. Meridian, I'm not sure if that's a butt or a weak hit, but he's safe. And that'll count as a hit. As a wild pitch moves over to second, runner in scoring position. And must a critical ground out, but moving Meridian over to third. Hit here brings him in. And unfortunately, Michael David will not get that hit. As Nashville will win this one 3-1.
So the TPE are safe.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I put the Stars to win this one, so at least my TP is safe. Although I know that most people in Death Valley, their TP is not safe. I think they only multi-hit game is Lunchbox McGrath, who went 2 for 3. The winning pitcher is Nacho Varga, his 3rd of the season, and despite it being her first time on stream, VV Zielman gets the loss in 3 earned runs. Player of the game is Nacho Varga.
Not bad. Alrighty. So let's start running through these box scores. We did these 2. We'll do the Voyagers walking off the Vandals in the bottom of the 9th, 5-4, with a 2-run shot, it looks like, by Bryce Turner. King going 3 for 4 with an RBI. Herb Sessions with 2 RBIs, but not quite enough here, as New York getting 4 RBIs on a 3 for 4 day from Wesley Nakia. Not sure how you say that. Pitching, Lomu goes 7 innings, 2 earned, but Bryce Turner getting the loss. Choate goes 7 innings, 1 earned, and Spruce getting the win and the blown save. And player of the game is Wesley Nakia. Let's go to Toros versus the Space Rangers. Toros beat the Rangers 10-3. 2 RBIs from Hilmer and RBI from Bogskew. Over on the Cancun side, Steele with 2 RBIs, Carter with 2 RBIs, and Bolt with 2 RBIs, among a few single RBIs from other folks in the lineup. Chat McQuack getting the loss. They go 3 2/3, 5 earned runs. And Dawson with the win, going 6 1/3, 3 earned, getting a 3rd win of the season. And Dawson is player of the game.
That's you.
Ooh. Crabs beating the Raptors here 5-1. RBI from Lonnie Anderson is the solo run for Boise. Over on the Crab side, we get a 3 for 4, 2-run game from Small. Litteris with an RBI and Dowd as well. Collins getting the loss, goes 6 innings, 5 earned, 43 with the win, goes 7 1/3, no earned runs, 12 strikeouts, and a win. And he's player of the game.
According to Leifer, the Crabs had gone 38 straight innings without giving up a run until the 9th inning of that game.
Well,
pretty impressive from the pitcher.
Crabs are just stinky, so it's whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's also true. But Leifer especially.
Aviators beating the Scorpions here 2-1, so go Aviators.
Yeah, upset of the day.
Upset of the day for sure. Lefebvre with the sole RBI for Death Valley. Over here on the Outer Bank side, Nero Esposito getting 2 RBIs that won the game. Was that on a home run? It was in the 9th inning. Or no, 5th inning. Sorry. 9th home run, 5th inning off of Ed Barker. Ed Barker with their 2nd loss of the season. 6 1/3, 2 earned runs. Ray's Funk getting the win. They go 7 innings, no earned runs. And Johnson with their 10th save of the season already. Wow.
Nice, yeah.
And yeah, player of the game is Ray's Funk. That's it. I think we have minors, and we do. This is that weird time of the season. I always love this, where we play like one game against everybody, and it's fun. I don't know why. Yeah, they play like four games against 4 different teams. just so that we get even, because we need to play 5 games, I think, against out of division teams.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Pretty
I don't
sure.
know. I always find this funny because we just played the Hepcats yesterday, and now we're playing the 66ers today. Hepcats beat the Dynamos 10-2 here. They continue to dominate. 3 RBIs from Scott, 2 from Torrent, and 2 from Hodge. Over on the Dallas side, just a sole RBI from Cloudera. Hammersmith with the win, goes 6 innings, 1 earned. LaRue with the save. Lagoose gets the loss. And Sean Scott is player of the game. Next up, we have the Dillos and the Swift Steeds. Dillos beating the Swift Steeds 5-1. Despite 22 hits combined, the Swift Steeds was not able to convert. Hamed Magiacomo and Buckley, it looks like, with... actually, no. There's more than that. I don't know what I'm looking at. Hamed Magiacomo, Buckley, Ruiz, and Ayers all getting an RBI each. Jackerberg 3 for 5 despite no RBIs. And Dinkle gets the sole RBI for State College. Charlie Law with the win for the Dillos, goes 5 1/3, and Smith with the save. Casey Tam getting the loss. They go 5 innings, 3 earned, and Law is player of the game. Oh, that's CA Law, excuse me. So confusing. Mounties beating the 66ers here, despite the 66ers scoring 1 in the 9th. Looking here, a 3 for 5 game and a 4 for 5 game for Bunty and Hardin Long. But over on the Kingston side, getting the 4 RBIs from Jingles, Gravy, Rose, and Cruz. And can hear Miller with the loss. They go 6 innings, 3 earned, but Shining going 6 innings, 2 earned runs, doesn't get the win. That goes to Throwing Dude, and Benson with their 9th save of the season. Player of the game is Hardin Long. Last but not least, we have Kingpins beating the Wheelers 5-1. 2 RBIs for Valor, 3 for Beauchamp. 14 hits, only 3 runs, checks out. Yep, definitely sounds like a minors game. 5 earned runs on 5 innings from Masawa with the loss. Wooler gets the win, goes 7 2/3, 1 earned, and Parker Beauchamp is player of the game. And this makes me want to just look really quick at the standings and see what's happening. Yeah, wow. Mounties only 2 games out of the division right now for the lead.
I mean, it's all very close.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not Hepcats.
Hepcats ripping away, but otherwise there's 3 games separating the other 7 teams.
Right now from the playoffs, the Swift Steeds are only 2 games back as the worst, the lowest ranked team.
Yeah, it's crazy. You talk about what's the word? Parity. That's a ton of parity. Wow. I don't know why I'm here. I'll just go back here. Alright, so we'll finish today. Let me go through my schedule real quick and put the teams.
You got Primetime 5.
Primetime 5, are you going to stick around?
Yeah, I'll stick around for another game or so.
You want to do the...
I mean, Primetime 5, I'll stick around. I don't know which one it is.
Cancun at Florida.
Well, I mean, of course, yeah. It's going to be a great matchup.
So you want to just do the same thing as last time?
Sure.
Alrighty, cool.
Then I'll hop off after this one.
Alright.
I can't be on stream when the Scorpions play, or else we leave.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Toros definitely with the advantage here and pretty much down the line, except for the 6th spot here. Vandals 1-5 straight, just slightly better than Fitted, and then Bogaskew and Lightning Bolt are a tie. So let's get that started.
I cannot get over Helmer's face, Jim.
It's great. Salmons is gonna start us off with a strikeout. We're in the Great Chasm, known as the Space Rangers Park, the gigantic chase field. As it's DJ Steele stole second, Anthony Bauer up to bat, but Bauer pops out for out number 2. So JD Jackson, runner in scoring position, high pop fly to right field, is caught So they get a runner on, but they do not score. So we're gonna go to the bottom of the first. Baseball fun with OOTP. Shake it off. We'll ground out to the shortstop. And Bogart is gonna take a walk. Isn't there supposed to be an out-of-town scoreboard? Or do you mean, Shu? On the...
No, we're done with the double stacked primetime games. So
not supposed to... Yeah. It's usually only 2 days.
Yeah, so on the next day will be the OBX Death Valley game.
Yeah, and then...
I hit home run.
Yeah, we'll have one more game after that with another Cancun game against the Crabs, which should be fun. And, yeah. And then we'll be done. Why does the middle look like a plumbus from Rick and Morty? I mean, it is what it is. I've never liked the whole dirt between the mound and the home plate. I always thought it was tacky, but I mean, maybe that's just how some people like it. Yeah, I mean, I think if you throw a ball into the grass at any point, your breaking ball is too nasty. Can you imagine you throw from the grass all the way back to the home plate? That's a sick slider, or whatever, curveball. I don't know. I'm not a real life pitcher. Ooh, diving catch in left field. Rob Salmons of a hit, and it's still 0-0. Like how the field has paths everywhere so people don't get lost going to the plate or the mound. It's true. You know, one thing they need to put in this game is the little mud mat for your cleats and little rosin bag. And then it'd be complete. Shake it off. Up the middle there for a single with 2 outs. But Bogart will strike out, so... Go to the top of the 4th, still scoreless. Grass and dirt stains immersion. Bauer hitting into the double play in typical Bauer fashion. JD Jax pops out, and like that, it's 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 0-0. You're a rosin bag, Johnny Quest. Mr. Greer. Farley Hank with the ground out for out number 2. Red Arrow will strike out, and top of the 5th we go with Mr. Burson Man.
Burson Band. That's me.
Burson Band.
Here to say things as we head to the top of the 5th. Ace Carter up, and he grounds out to the first baseman. Here's Michael Fitted, who doesn't ground out to the first baseman. He gets that one past the third baseman for a single. Lightning bolts up, and Fitted going for 2, and he's safe. Safe a second. As Lightning Bolt strikes out for out number 2. That brings up Hopman. The runner is scoring position. Grounds to third. He's thrown out. So no runs scored as we head into the bottom of the 5th. 6, 7, 8 batters up for the Space Rangers. Now won 5 straight. Drop third strike, and I'm guessing he was thrown out. We couldn't really see
it. It appears so.
But then after that, Bogaskew will get a single into right field, bringing up Kane, who will ground into a fielder's choice. They probably could have attempted double play there. And lucky for them, it doesn't come back at them as calls Crush Wagon will fly out number 3. Cade and Munson up first here for the Toros. That can get some Kings with a pitch.
Rush the mound, rush the mound.
So we head to the top of the order for them, and Salmons will get a hit into left field. It's a 2 on, no outs for DJ Steele. He will hit this one to third baseman, and he's grounds it into a double play, but the runner is left third as Bauer has just went off the wall.
Bow.
It'll be good for an RBI single, the first run of this game. As J.D. Jackson's up now, and he gets hit by a pitch. That's 2 hit by pitches in this inning. And Ace Carter put this one to left field. It's deep, but it's not deep enough. Didn't really even get to the warning track. But with Bauer's double, Cancun embraced this game. Not really wide open, but they put a run on the board. Space Ranger is top of their order, as Shane Kidoff will get the lead-off single. Brings up Amp Bogart, who hits one to the third baseman and hits himself into a double play, as Benjamin Hilmer will line out to the shortstop. So 1-2-3 inning there for Florida. Top of the 7th now, as Billy Bolo subscribes. So we have 2 subscribers to this. That's like money for the league. You know, after Twitch takes their cut, that's money for the league. There's 2 quick outs here on the top of the 7th, and Tanner Hopman up now, who will not get out, but instead he'll get a single up the middle. Cade Munson up now, who will strike out. As we head into the bottom of the 7th, we stretch. Farley, Hank up first for the Space Rangers as they take their time. And Hank is one to the shortstop, but caught. Good play there. And right arrow looks like he was going to hit him, but he swings and makes contact as he grounds out to third baseman. And then if Annals 1-5 straight, will get a single into right field. Bring up Bolescu, who will draw the walk to 2 on 2 outs for JK, or J something. Not sure if it's Jason, but he will fly out to right field. So still no runs on the board for Florida. I'm pretty sure I picked Cancun. I think I picked Cancun for this one, so far so good for my TPE.
I had to pick Cancun.
Will fly out to right field for out number 1. DJ Steele will draw the walk. That was a close pitch on the full count. Bauer will do nothing as Steele second. It's in the name. Bauer will ground out to third baseman. The runner stays. Pop out from Jax. So no runs in the top of the 8th.
I don't like that, Loki.
Do what?
I don't like what Loki's saying. I don't like it. It's stinky.
Oh. Whoa, that was a weird pop-up. With 2 quick outs here at the bottom of the 8th. And Sam Bogart will get a hit. So Florida just needs to string together a couple of hits at the end point in the rest of this game, just trying to get something on the board. Unfortunately not there as Homer strikes out looking. So top of the 9th we go. 5, 6, 7 hitters up for the Toros. Carter fitted bullets. Carter up will strike out swinging.
Oh, look at that DV box score.
Yeah, no, we don't need to see. I'm on stream and we've lost now twice, so if you lose this game, see that I got the. That looks like an error. Not really sure what happened. A little bit of fumble bumble, but fitted safe at first, and then steals second, and steals third. Steals home and steals home. Does not steal home, but Bolt sends this 1-2 center field. It drops. It'll be good for an RBI stand-up double. Cancun takes the lead 2-0 now. Hopman strikes out, but we still have one more batter, Cade Munson, who will also strike out.
Hanner
So
Topman
down by 2. 4, 5, 6 hitters up. Can they get the runs and ruin my TPE? Let's see, Farley. He hits one to right field. That'll be a hit. That should be good for at least 2. And he'll stop at second for a lead-off double. So a couple of hits here, and they'll get a run on the board, and here's the call. It'll come right now. Red Arrow is going to get an extra bases hit, and that's going to score their first run of the game. So it's a 1-run game, still no outs. One more hit, and they probably tie this up. As
Come on, Mac.
Walk. Bogusi up now. Strikes out. So double play in order to end the game, but 2 on.
Please.
Only 1 out here. Hit. Do wonders for them. This ball is going to be sent to right field. It'll be caught. They'll tag up to third. But again, the hit here ties it all up. As Crashback will ground out to the first base. It's close there. Cancun will end up winning this one still. 2-1, and my TPE is safe.
TPE secured.
Whew. That's all that matters.
Okay. Toro's beating the Space Rangers here 2-1. RBI from Bauer and RBI from Bolt. Over on the Florida side, RBI from Arrow. Tarbington goes 7 2/3, no earned runs. They get their second win. Arian with the save. Castillo getting the loss. Player of the game is Jennifer Tarbington. Alright. Wow, look at this game. This is not a fun one.
Oh, why couldn't we watch that game?
Stars versus the Demons. 15 innings. Stars finally score one to make it 4-3. It looks like Danny to win. Wait, what? Oh,
What?
Oh, a 1-0 fastball from Danny to win. I was gonna say that's a pitcher. Okay, Fry.
That is a pitcher.
Brandon Fry. I guess I'm thinking that's the corpse of Fry, right?
Yeah.
Or no? They're only 21.
It's his new player.
That's his new player?
Well, it's a new player, so it's not his new player.
I don't know. Okay, never mind. I'm so confused. Anyway, they get the home run in the top of the 15th. Alrighty, going down here. Baxter goes 6 2/3, 3 earned, but the win goes to Doug Dangley, who goes 2 2/3 innings, and Sutherland with the save. Mitchell also going 6 innings with 3 earned, but the loss going to Danny to win. Player of the game is Brandon Fry. So there you go. Aviators beat the Scorpions 6-2. That's back-to-back wins. 2 RBIs for Swift, 2 for Lupe. Balkan with the loss goes 6 innings, 5 earned. Smash Jackson with the win goes 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Farias with the save. Player of the game is Tyler Swift.
I'm going to leave so that the Scorpions can win a game without me here.
Damn! I hope the luck dries out.
Well, no, they have to win. The next thing is Primetime, so we got to win that one for the Teps, and then after
Teps
that,
for the Teps.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Alrighty. All by myself again. An uncharted island in an endless sea. You can hear Vandals score one in the top of the 11th to beat the Voyagers 7-6. 3 RBIs for McMuffin and 3 for Gibbles, so have themselves a game. Rowe with 3 RBIs. Bentley goes 5 innings, but Pena getting the blown save. Johnson with the win. And Graves getting the loss for New York. Player of the game is Bob Gibbles. Josh Slade's roids wore off. 0-6 for Jaw. Unfathomable, they say. San Antonio Sloths beat the Rugerers 11-2. It wasn't even close. 3 RBIs for Wilson, 4 for Dragon, 2 for Dazoo. Manbro gets the win going 8 innings, 2 earned. And Dick Shot with the loss goes 6 innings, 5 earned. Excuse me, Chimp Dazoo played of the game. Okay, last but not least, Crabs beating the Raptors 6-3. 2 RBIs from Gonzalez, 2 from Litteris. Rune getting the loss, going 6 innings, 4 earned. Jabs with them goes 6 innings, 3 earned runs, and Urquidy Garcia gets the save. Player of the game is Steve Gonzalez. Let's go to the minors now. 66ers beat the Dynamos 9-7. 6 RBIs from Lim. I think that's a record. Myth 3 RBIs and 2 for Stevens. Daly goes 6 innings, 5 earned, but the loss goes to Left Nut. And Farmers go 3 innings, 5 earned, but the loss goes to Johnny Unitas. Gerald Lim, player of the game, and they set the minor league extra inning regular season record for home runs with 3. Oh, and they also had 3 home runs, so wow, that's impressive. Mounties continue their decent performance this sim, beating the Dillos once again, 5-2 this time. 2 RBIs from Hamed for Dillos, but that's about it. Jingles with 2 RBIs, and then a couple more from Gravy and Hills. Sims going 5 innings, but the loss goes to Dixon. Greer goes 5 2/3, 2 earned runs, but throwing dude gets the win. DJ Law with the hold, and Billy Benson with their 10th save of the season. Player of the game is Justin Sims. Primetime winners so far are Crabs, Vandals, Sloths, Stars, Toros, and then we haven't played number 6 yet. Yeah, Cancun just played. But we have one more game on stream after the next Primetime, which is the last Primetime. Kingpin's walking off the Hepcats in the bottom of the 14th. Pete Nokia, a run-scoring single to win the game. Looking here at Kansas City, a bunch of RBIs. Torrent getting 4 for 6, 4 RBIs, have themselves a game. And then Valor with 3 RBIs for Chicago. And 2 for Lee. Fodia gets the loss. I don't know how to say that name. Kingpin with the blown save, and Capone with the win for Chicago. Player of the game is Joe Torrent. Although, why does that look like an L or an I? I can't tell. Last but not least, Wheelers beating the Swisteeds 10-4. 3 RBIs from Powers, 3 from Sanchez. Over on the State College side, we get 2 from McCullum. Pressing with the win, and Team Dog with the save, with the 4-inning save. Wow. Gina with the loss because 4 innings, 6 earned, and player of the game is Papa Powers. Excuse me. Alrighty. So we'll have our last prime time, which is Death Valley at OBX. The A's are really about to lose both games of a doubleheader against the Astros, aren't they? Of course they are. As we start off here, stolen base attempt is beat out by the catcher there. But Love, that's a home run. So it's still going to be 1-0 here, but luckily not 2-0 if you're an OBX fan. Lefebvre? That's another home run. Make it 2-0, back to back. First name, last name strikes out. So, ends the top of the first, but Death Valley score 2. Hold the fart, strikes out. Ground out by D'Alessio. And Dan Halen will strike out. So this might be another vintage Shane Green game. So he already has 111 strikeouts on the season, just 76 innings. Andrew Orem will walk. Smitty Stringfield down the third base line, should put runners on the corners, and he's going to get a double out of it. Strikeout by William Stone for out number 1. Still 2 runners in scoring position. Runner's going to go, and the throw is just not close, so it's going to be 3-0. Been caught in high fly ball. Oh no, they're pitching. What am I saying? Why do I do that? Zing Swan Sim, high fly ball. And it's caught. Tom Shu strikes out. That's 3. Klaus Bergen Cannon grounds out to the second baseman. Pop fly by Victor Herrera, and that's 3 outs. Fullman pops out. Love. That's a home run. Solo shot. I keep forgetting to do the home run thing. I mean, I have it, I just forget it's there. So 4-0 here. OBX hitless so far, as Green will give up a walk. Bunt attempt moves the runner to second. 1 out, runner in scoring position. And that's gonna be out number 2. Runner doesn't go. A far line drive to the center fielder is caught. Out number 3. Andrew Orm strikes out. Strikeout by Springfield. And William Stone will strike out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th now, still 4-0. That one is out of here. Izzy D'Alessio, first hit of the game for OBX, is a home run. 4-1 now, with a runner on first, no outs. That might be a double play though, and it is. Kosberg and Cannon will strike out. So they score the 1 run, but they're still down 4-1. Ben Cotton just threw a 97 mile per hour slider. Yeah, this game makes no sense sometimes. I see like 98 mile per hour circle changes, like that doesn't make any sense. Ooh, that might be gone. Fullman 2-run shot, 6-1. Is that another one? And it is. It's 8-1. And a walk for first name, last name. Andrew Orem will strike out for out number 2. Springfield grounds at the 3rd. Herrera, it's a shortstop, just not quite in time. Strikeout on Esposito. Tyler Swift will strike out. And Lupe will strike out. So that's 7 strikeouts for Green so far, about halfway through their start, I would say. William Stone, shallow pop fly for out number 1. Willie Colon will strike out. Sang Juan Sim will pop out. So DV goes 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th. Time for OBX now. Strikeout number 8. Strikeout number 9. Are we going to see double digits from Green? He still has plenty of gas left in the tank. And that'll be number 10. So 3 strikeouts in a row for Shane Green. Maybe you should just hit better, Frick, and then you'll be gooder. You'll be gooder at the game. Love will pop out. Out number 2. Lefebvre will strike out. Green's still in. Gives up pop fly to center field. And a line drive to the center fielder makes a great play there. That's going to be strikeout number 11. We'll see how much longer he stays in. He's got about maybe 30 more pitches till he'd have to be forced out because of rules. But other than that, his stamina looks fine, and he's got the lead to do it. So we'll see how much longer he goes as Orem pops out for out number 2. Death Valley's offense is quieted up a bit, but not like they really need it. And Stone ground out to second. Esposito, pop fly, is caught in center field. And a ground out by Tyler Swift. Green's still in, and they'll get strikeout number 12. We'll have to see if he comes out here for the top of the 9th. I don't see why not. Or the bottom of the... Actually, no, he doesn't need to come in the bottom of the 9th, so he might be done. He probably is done. Unless OBX can... No, what am I saying? Okay, ignore me. There's still a bottom of the 9th. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. As DVS goes up, 3 down. Green in for the bottom of the 9th. Starts off with a shallow pop fly. Gives up a walk. And he's going to get pulled. So he goes 8 1/3. 8 1/3 for Green. As Tom Shue is going to put 2 on here with 2 outs. Full count for Cannon, who lines out to the center fielder. So that's it. Game's over, 8-1. DV takes primetime number 6. Gilbert Godfrey. Okie dokie. So Scorpions beating the Aviators here, 8-1. We get 2 RBIs from Fullman, 2 from Love, 3 from Lefebvre. Green getting the win. They go 8 1/3, 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts. Excellent game. Ben Cotton getting the loss, going 4 1/3, 8 earned, and player of the game is Shane Green. Stars beating the Demons here, 4-2. Just a few RBIs here and there. 2 RBI game for Michael David. Tokiyami with the win, going 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Sutherland with the save. Fairborn 11th, loss of the season, going 7 innings, 4 earned, 11 strikeouts. Just not having a good time. Not sure what's going on there. Player of the game is Fumikage Tokiyami. Toros shutting out the Rangers on just 1 hit, 2-0. Carter with an RBI, going 2 for 4, and Bolt with an RBI. Kid Carsey, 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 1 hit. Excellent game for the win, and Dupree getting the save. So they're not getting the loss, going 8 innings, 2 earned runs. Great game for them, just not enough, and player of the game was Kid Carsey. I think I went 6 for 6. I think those are all my picks. Maybe not Nashville, and maybe not SCS, but otherwise I think those were all my picks. Sloths beating the Rougarous 6-4. 2 RBIs from McDonald. 3 for 4 game with an RBI from Turtle. Brew getting 2 RBIs for New Orleans. How do we get shut out by Monston? Do you mean Moston? I don't know. Daring with the win. 1 earned run on 5 innings. Von Adler with the hold and Dogan with the save. McDougal gets a loss, going 6 1/3, 5 earned. Player of the game is Tomato Turtle. Crabs get shut out by Braylon Moston, 2-0, despite having more hits than the Raptors. Excuse me, my throat's really dry. I was starting to get uncomfortable. RBI for Finn Reese on 2 for 4, and Gold getting an RBI at 2 for 3. Moston with the win, going 7 innings, no earned runs. Wulu with the save. Barack Obama gets their second loss of the season, going 7 in the third, 2 earned runs and 10 strikeouts. Both runs on home runs. Player of the game is Braylon Moston. Last but not least, we have the Voyagers walking off the Vandals in the bottom of the 11th. A little bit of revenge there, 4-2. Greg Digger Jr. gave up a 2-run home run to Stevenson. So, good game for Stevenson. Herb Sessions goes 3 for 5 with an RBI. Over on the New York side, we get 3 RBIs from Stevenson, including the 2-run homer to walk it off. Rip Spot goes 7 innings, 1 earned, 11 strikeouts, which is not enough as Digger Jr. gets the loss. Grams with the win, and O'Sullivan went 7 to third, 1 earned. Player of the game is Joshua Stevenson. Pearson is the weak link in the Crabs rotation, 6.30 ERA. You're never gonna let him live that down, are you? It's pretty rough, man, I gotta say. Sioux Steeds beat the Hepcats 8-4 despite 4 runs in the top of the 9th. 4 RBIs from Alderson. Looks like it might have been a grand slam. It was a grand slam in the top of the 9th, but it didn't matter. Haka with 2 RBIs and then a whole plethora of 1 RBI games down the lineup. Joden with the loss goes 3 in the third, 6 earned, and Leathershoe gets the win, 6 in the third, no earned runs, and Leathershoe is player of the game. 66ers beat the Kingpins 8-4. 4 RBIs from Gonzalez, 2 from Balls. On the Chicago side, we get 2 RBIs from Matata and a couple of multi-hit games from the top of the lineup. Bobo Bones goes 4 2/3, 3 earned, but the win goes to right nut, and Shoe gets the save. What is this? Dave Mann gets the loss, goes 5 1/3, 6 earned. When are we going to have a game where right nut and left nut both pitch? I don't think I've seen one. Player of the game is Danny Gonzalez. Gonna hear Dillo's squeak one over the Dynamos 4-3. Just a bunch of RBIs here from the heart of the lineup. 3 for 4 from Drakenberg. 2 RBIs for Stevenson and a 3 for 4 game from Pluto. Fruking with the win, Hammer with the hold, and Dixon with the save. La Silva gets the loss, and player of the game is Gar Fruking. Last but not least, Wheelers shut out the Mounties 4-0. 2 RBIs from Stein, 2 from Powers, and that's all they needed. Pitching Dennison gets the win, goes 7 innings, no earned runs. Murphy gets the loss, going 4 1/3, 2 earned. And player of the game is Bart Danielson. So we have an off day today, and then one more game to be simmed. Okay, so we have the Crabs versus the Toros. Excellent in-division rivalry. And then we'll have a couple of quick sims to end it off. Get our all-star lineups out there, and then we'll be good to go. Balls and shaft. Let's just put that boundary even further. Push the boundary. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, Providence at Cancun. We're going to have Nate Pearson versus Striker Spin Rate. So, battle of the aces. Crabs. Lots of favorites here, but definitely a fair game, I'd say. I mean, the difference between a 72 and a 76 overall, I don't think is too huge. And my sound's already turned off, as usual. Nate Pearson versus a Season 13 playoff god. Wait, what? Who's the Season 13 playoff god? Small drops down to right field for a single, so he'll get on with 2 outs. Striker, I get these from Season 13, but Muramura hitting a 2-run shot here while I was trying to read chat. So it's 2-0. Best pitcher for the Season 13 class. I Yeah, I'd probably say so. I mean, there's a few good pitchers from season 13, if I can think of them. Like, I want to say Lomeu is one. I think Jose 43 as well, and striker spin rate. I don't know who else is from that class, but I know there's a few good ones. Lomeu is 12. I thought he was 13. Maybe Bentley was 13. I don't know. It's a double there for DJ Steele with one out. Bauer up to bat. Bauer will strike out. Ground up by Reeves. Litteris with one out. Drops that in the left field for a single. And another single, this time by Kuntz. And a third one, past the first baseman, scores a run. And it's going to score another run for no reason. That's okay, why? The guy was nowhere near scoring, and there's no throw, and I don't understand. OTP is still weird. High pop fly by Carter. It's caught. Strikeout for Fitted. Looks like lightning bolt now. We'll strike out. Morimura gets a single. Gonzalez strikes out. Reeves will drop that into center field for a single, and it puts two on here with one out. And a pass ball puts both runners in scoring position now. Litteris will hit a pop fly. Left fielder's going to catch it. Runner thinks about going, but doesn't. And a strikeout for Kuntz. So, Craps threatened, but they do not score in that inning. Any of you lads had an 18-win season yet? No. I think the best I've had was 15 or 16. Don't remember. High pop fly, but Munson is caught. Tilapia Salmons ground out to the first baseman. And that's out number 3, so top of the 4th now. Strikeout by Dowd. Chickens in the gap for a double. Knox walks. Small. They'll drop that in the right field, of course, for another run. And Muramura, of course, is going to get on base as well. And a bases loaded walk by striker spin rate. I will never understand how this game picks and chooses who they want to be good when, I mean, striker spin rate has stats that are like nearly identical to like other power pitchers who are like having way better seasons. And I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. But what do I know? as they put a couple runners on, but they don't score anymore. They get the 4, of course, but they are gonna be just up 8-0. Steal to the wall, but it's caught. Bauer ground out to the shortstop. How did Primetimes end up? I think they were almost all basically the favorites. I mean, it was Crabs, Vandals, Sloths, Stars, Toros, and Scorpions. So, yeah, fairly favorites down the line. I mean, when I say that, Loki, I mean, like, if you, like, I know, like, obviously, like, there's like, you're pitching against different teams, right? You're playing in different parks and all that, different pitches. But it's like for an example, you take, like, Barack Obama, and you take striker spin rate, and their stuff's exactly the same, their movement's exactly the same, their control is exactly the same, but 2 completely different seasons. And I was just always confused how that works out, as Lightning Bolt hits a solo shot for the first run of the game for the Toros. And actually, oops, I forgot to do that. I keep forgetting to do this. We get the home run logo. Batters and who they're facing. Yeah, but I mean, you know, like, good pitchers on good teams have to face other good teams too. It's like, you know, sure Barack Obama doesn't have to face the Crabs, but, like, still got to play the Voyagers, still got to play the Sloths, still got to play the Toros, you know, like, all these good teams. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws like usual, but I just never really understood how that works. I mean, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, there are tons of differences. It's just, you know, it always makes me wonder. Jose versus Grover are doing completely different this season. Only real difference, I think, is teams. Like, I can definitely understand there's an advantage to not having to pitch against the Crabs, but it's like, is it really that big of a difference? Like that it's like 2 runs? I don't know, but just always confused me, like, how the game decides all that. But still 8-1 here, bottom of the 7th. Carter grounding out to 3rd. I don't know what the biggest factor is. I think luck is the way to describe it. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of luck, and, you know, it's always hard to swallow in, like, you know, because, like, you're thinking of it like, this is a video game. If I do something, it should work. But obviously, like, in a simulation, like, no, there is, like, just that random chance. Like, you can be good and just not play well, and vice versa. But, you know, it's hard to explain, and it's like, I've done everything right, but sometimes it's just up to, like, you know, what's happening. And yeah, that's always just something that's got to me, is like trying to understand, like, yeah, it's random. It's like, just sometimes you're just not going to do well no matter what you do. But and there's always the flip side. You can have a great season that you shouldn't have had, and, you know, vice versa. Whenever I sim the Phillies, they suck worse than they should. That's like, whenever I sim the A's in OOTP, it's like, just like the dumbest things happen to me. It's like, I lose my star pitcher for like 10 months, or like Mike Fiers becomes like just terrible out of nowhere, you know, despite being good for like years. And it's just like, I don't get it, you know. It's so weird. But I mean, that's OOTP in general. Of course, it doesn't necessarily translate to PBE. 2 on here with 1 out for the Crabs, and that should be bases loaded. It is 1 out. Pop the lock at Arcades, pure skill. Mike Fires isn't terrible though. He has like a 4 ERA right now. That's not bad considering how much the rest of the ace pitchers are stinking it up right now. Besides Luzardo, I think everybody else is over 4 ERA. So yeah, last chance here for the Toros. They're down by 7, of course. Steele getting on base. Bauer down the line. Might score a run. No, it's just going to be 2 in scoring position with no outs. JD Jax, is that going to drop? No, but it's going to score a run, so it makes it 8-2 here. 1 out with a runner on second. Thought it was funny. If playoffs were today, the Twins would again face the Yankees. Yankees are weird. Aren't they like a lot of injuries? Right now or something like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about Bassett when he completely just crapped out on game 1, and then Montas is crapping out on game 2. We're gonna lose 2 games in one day to Houston when we're only up by like 4.5, in typical A's fashion. Blue Jays are a game and a half behind the Yankees. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Yankees. They always get like hurt. And they have like a good stretch and then get hurt, which I mean, obviously that happens, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, there's so many injuries. More with 2 RBIs, Dowd with 2 RBIs, and then just a couple of RBIs for Cancun. Pearson gets the win, goes 8 innings, 2 earned, and spin rates gets the loss, goes 3 1/3, 8 earned runs. Player of the game is Dorothy Mormura. Raptors beat the Stars 6-2 here. 4 RBIs from Thomas. Bisquick with the win, goes 8 innings and 10 strikeouts. Paul with the save. Johnson with the loss. Bill Bisquick's player of the game. Voyagers beat the Aviators 3-2. Get RBI each from Menard, Harrison, and Tentacion. He has 20 home runs now. Cato with the loss despite the complete game. Slothface gets the win, goes 6 2/3, 2 earned, 10 strikeouts. Morgan with the save. Player of the game is Walker Cato. Sloths shut out the Scorpions 1-0. Big division rivalry there. RBI for Camden is the sole run of the game. Harry Styles with the loss, goes 6 innings, 1 earned, and Rose getting the win, going 7 innings, no earned runs. Von Adler with the save. Ryan Rose is player of the game. Excuse me. Oh. Rougarou is beating the Space Rangers 5-3, so those two are close, and that's an interesting matchup. 2 RBIs for Cena Jr., RBI for Beauregard on 3 for 4. Wilkenfuss with the win, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, and Pleasance gets the save. Kai with the loss, despite 10 strikeouts. Player of the game is Grover Wilkenfuss, who ties the New Orleans regular season strikeout record with 12. Last but not least, we have the Demons and the Vandals. Demons beat the Vandals 7-4. 2 RBIs from David, 2 from Stretch Armstrong. Pitching, Young getting the win, going 6 2/3, 4 earned runs, and LeBlanc with the save. Blue Line getting the loss. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 unearned, and 10 strikeouts. Player of the game is Gaelic Gladiator. Excuse me. Oof. Mounties tying it up with the Kingpins, winning 7-0. Look at here, we get 5 RBIs from Kirkby, so have himself a game. Looking here, he had just 1 home run, a 3-run homer, as well as a couple more runs from elsewhere. Dart with the loss, goes 6 1/3, 7 earned, and Shining gets the win, goes 7 1/3, no earned runs. Player of the game is Orion Kirkby. Dynamos beat the Swifties 6-2. We had a 3 RBI game from Myth, 2 from Stevens. You need to calm down with the loss, goes 5 innings. Beaumont with the win, 6 innings, 1 earned, and Unitas with the save. Bob Beaumont's player of the game. Hepcats continue to roll, beating the Dillos 2-1. RBI from Taters and an RBI from Marksman. RBI for Dreckenberg for the Dillos. Galvin with the win. 8 innings, 1 earned. Elchart with the save. Sandwich goes 7 innings, 1 earned, 9 strikeouts, but Hammer gets the loss. The player of the game is Tim Galvin. And last but not least, Wheelers beating the 66ers 2-1. RBI from Lane. Over on the Anchorage side, Powers and Swift getting the 2 that the Wheelers needed to win. Insider with the loss goes 6 innings, 2 earned, and Font with the win, 7 innings, 1 earned run. Crab with the save. Leo Entertainment Font's player of the game. Alright, so we have a few quick sims to go before we do the All-Star rosters, excuse me. No majors today, I don't think. Oh, they are. I don't know why it's listed as minor league quick sim when they're all quick sims, but it is what it is. So we'll just run through these real quick. Rougarous beating out the Rangers 7-6 despite Rangers. Actually, Rangers tied it up in the bottom of the 9th, but the Rougarous score 1 in the 10th to make it 7-6. 3 RBIs for Bonanza, 2 for Cena Jr., 2 for Bogart, 3 for Kane. McQueen 7 in the 3rd, 3 earned, but Salchicha gets the win and a blown save. Quack goes 6 innings, but Pozo gets a loss. Richie Bonanza's player of the game. Raptors and the Stars. Raptors beat the Stars 11-3. 4 RBIs from Iso, 3 from Boom, and 2 RBIs from Winston. Collins with the win, White with the save, Varga getting the loss, and Iso's player of the game. Crabs versus the Toros. And Toros beat the Crabs 3-2. RBI from Chiggins, RBI from Morimura. Over on the other side, Cancun getting a 2-for-3 RBI game from Munson, and Hotman getting an RBI. So, great game for the rookies. Definitely good to see them getting that. And 43 goes 6 innings, 1 earned, but Shower Handle getting the loss. Peter Dawson goes 6 1/3, 2 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts, but just barely not enough to get under that 4-run clip. But definitely one of the better starting halves for my player, I would say. Being under 4 runs, typically. The last couple of seasons, I've started off with 5 or 6, so I'm pretty happy with that result. And Dawson player of the game. Demons and the Vandals. Vandals win 11-5. Wow. 2 RBIs from King, 2 RBIs from Johnny Times, 2 from McMuffin, 2 from Crunkleton, and 2 from Herb Sessions, as well as an RBI for Lodge going 3-for-4. Interesting game there. Zielman gets the loss, goes just 1 inning, 7 earned, and Lomi with the win with 11 strikeouts. And Toby McMuffin's player of the game. Aviators and the Voyagers. Voyagers win 8-3. RBIs from Fart and DLSio as well as Shu. Over on the New York side, 3-for-4, 2 RBIs for Tasio, and 21 home runs and 65 RBIs. We're not even at the All-Star break yet. Goodness gracious. Rivers going 2-for-5 with 3 RBIs. Definitely need to get Tentacion tested. That's pretty crazy. He's already matched his home runs from 2034 and beat his home runs from 2035 in just half a season. So, oh man, that's wow. Wow. Rage Funk with the loss goes 4 2/3, 6 earned. Choke getting the win goes 7 innings, 3 earned. And Morgan with the 12th save of the season. Player of the game, of course, Jose Tentacion. Last but not least, Scorpions beat the Sloths 5-3. 2 RBIs from Lefebvre. Springfield with 3. Pitching, Parker gets the win, goes 7 innings, 2 earned, 10 strikeouts, along with the save. Flowers getting the loss, and player of the game is Smitty Springfield. Let's go to the minors. Kingpins and the Mounties. And, of course, Mounties getting beat out 8-0. Despite having a capped pitcher on the mound. I'll never understand why. 2 RBIs for Stack of Paper, 2 for Mouse, 2 for Valor, and nothing for Kingston. Wooler goes 9 innings, no earned runs, gets the win. Greer goes 6 innings, 4 earned, and then Throwing Dude gives up another 4, and it's 3 innings. Player of the game is Jackson Waller. And it's so confusing because, like, I can't tell, like, why the Mounties lose or not, because, like, we'll win games with, like, our worst pitcher and then lose games with our best pitcher. And it's just, like, so confusing. 66ers beating the Wheelers 12-7. 2 RBIs from Bunty, 3 from Lane, 3 from Lim, and then Jim with 2. Where were you when relief bots got nerfed? Man. The relief bots are weird. Like, sometimes they have great seasons, but then sometimes they just, like, have, like, a 13 ERA. And it's like, it's the exact same thing! Why is it different? It's so weird. Fisher on Anchorage getting 4 RBIs. Might be player of the game. No, player of the game goes to Al Bunty, going 3 for 3, 2 RBIs, 3 walks. Relievers being sketchy is legit the most realistic thing. Yeah, but it's so random. It's a carbon copy of each other, and yet they're so vastly different. Miller with the win goes 5 1/3, 7 earned. Masawa with the loss. Player of the game is Al Bunty. Dillos beat the Hepcats 5-4. 4 RBIs from Hodge, but it's not enough, as 2 RBIs from Abbott, and then Hamed and Magic Kobo Dover getting 1 each. Hammersmith goes 6 innings, but Richard gets the loss. Law with the win, and Smith with the save. Dylan Hodges player of the game. And last but not least, the Seeds beat the Dynamos 11-6. 2 RBIs from City, 2 from McCollum, and 2 from Jimbo. Pluto getting 4 RBIs on 3 for 4 for Dallas. Tam going 6 innings, but Evans with a blown save. Jader with the win. Lagoose goes 6 innings, but Unitas gets a loss and the blown save, and player of the game is Dub City. I mean, like just for an example, if I go here real quick, and you look at the pitching, like, it's so random. Like, Throwing Dude, like, okay, 2 different hands. But then it's like throwing man is a righty, throwing guy is a righty. Carbon copies of each other, but, like, vastly different ERAs. I don't know. It's so random. But I think we have a couple more days left. Throwing Bud to go. That's true. 7/24 they listed as an off day, but I don't really trust the schedule that much, because there's a bunch of games still that I have to go through and kill my voice. Throwing Dude needs Tommy John. You might be right. Tommy John is ineligible, though, sadly. Won the Mounties a couple of big playoff games, but now he's gone. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. Vandals beating the Demons here, 6-1. 2 RBI game for Herb Sessions is all I really see. Mitchell with the loss, Bentley with the win, and Bentley's player of the game. Sims Day. 2 in the top of the 11th by the Raptors to beat the Stars 7-5. 3 RBI game from Brunson stands out to me. On the Nashville side, we get a 2 RBI game from Meredith. Rune going 7 innings, Paul with the win, Woodley with the save. Baxter goes 6 innings, 4 earned, but Sutherland getting a loss. Player of the game is Chaisum Boom. Tarbington versus Jabs. And Toros beat the Crabs twice, almost to 500 now, 4-0. Bauer with an RBI and Munson with an RBI, and then 2 unaccounted for. Tarbington getting the win, going 7 innings, no earned runs. And Jabs getting the loss, going 6 1/3, 4 earned. Player of the game is Jennifer Tarbington. Voyagers versus the Aviators. Voyagers beat the Aviators 5-4, scoring 2 in the top of the ninth. Just 1 RBI from separate people here. 2 RBIs for Alessio and 2 for Halen on the Outer Banks side, but it's not quite enough. Sievert goes 7 innings, 2 earned, but Spruce getting the win despite a blown save, and Farias getting the loss in the blown save for OBX. Sievert's player of the game. If all goes according to plan, we might be able to get this sim wrapped up in just about 2.5 hours, which is not bad, I'd have to say, considering all the extra games that have to be played. Scorpions just squeaking out a win ahead of the Sloths, 1-0. Voyagers ahead of Crabs. When did that happen? I don't know. RBI from Lefebvre is the difference here. Manbro with the loss, going 6 innings. Balkan with the win, going 7 innings, no earned runs, and Lung with the save. Balkan is player of the game. Last but not least, Ruger has beat the Space Rangers 3-2. RBI from Cook, Bonanza, and Brew. Over on the Florida side, we get a RBI from Hilmer and Hank, but just not quite enough. Dickshot with the win, Salchicha with the save, Castillo getting the loss, and Dickshot's player of the game. So let's go to the minor leagues. Wheelers versus the 66ers. The 66ers beat up on the Wheelers 12-3. 4 RBIs from Theeks, 3 from Balls, and 4 for Gonzalez. Pressing with the loss, going just a third of an inning, giving up 7 earned runs. Daly with the win. Player of the game is Dusty Balls. 2 for 4, 3 runs, 3 RBIs. Oh no. I got hiccups. Not good. Whew. Okay. I'm good, I think. Hepcats shutting out the Dillos. 4-0. 3 RBIs from Taters and an RBI from Howard. Sims with the loss, Arroyo with the win, going 7 1/3, no earned runs, and player of the game is Luke Arroyo. Or Ario, I don't know how you say that. Dynamos and the Swifsteeds. Swifsteeds beating the Dynamos 7-6 with 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth to walk it off. Is that a walk-off grand slam? No. It's a run-scoring double, which was enough to give them the lead in the bottom of the ninth. 2 RBIs from Wallace on the Dallas side, as well as a few individual ones here and there. Haka with 3 RBIs, and then Jimbo with 3 RBIs for State College. Where do you see that? No, it was a run-scoring double. Oh, it was a game-tying 3-run homer? What? I'm so lost. Oh, Haka hit a 3-run homer on the 9th inning. And then Jimbo hitting a RBI double. Anyway, Farmworth goes 6 1/3, 3 earned, but Atlas getting the loss on the blown save, and Jones getting the win. Player of the game is Haka. Last but not least, we have the Mounties and the Kingpins. And Kingpins shut out the Mounties once again. It was a good stream, but it ended off not well. So, hate to see that. It kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Lee getting 2 RBIs for Chicago. Murphy getting a loss, goes 5 1/3, 3 earned. Gonzalez with the win. Kingpin with a save. Gonzalez is player of the game. And I think there's one more day of games just in general, so we'll go through all that again. And then that should be it. Aviators beat the Voyagers 5-4. 2 RBIs from Tentacion, who's at 22 home runs. He just keeps on trucking. D'Alessio with 2 RBIs, Shu with 2 RBIs. O'Sullivan with the loss, Mikata with the win, and Zisso with the save. Hunter Harrison's player of the game. Rougarous and Space Rangers. Rangers win 6-2 here. 4 RBIs from Bogart. Boguski with a 3-for-4 game with an RBI. McDougal gets the loss. Nutt with the win. McFlorida Man with the save. And Bogart's player of the game. Toros and the Crabs. Crabs finally getting a win against the Toros here. 8-5. Looking here, we get 2 RBIs from Salmon, 2 from Jax on the Cancun side. Over on the Crab side, we get 3 from Morimura, 3 from Gonzalez. Litteris with a 4-for-4 game. Carcini in the loss, Obama with the win, and Handel with the save. Player of the game is Dorothy Morimura. Demons versus the Vandals. Vandals scoring 2 on the bottom of the ninth to win 6-5. Bob Gibbles, bottom of the ninth, hit a single to score the winning run. And Cloud gets 2 RBIs for Detroit. Over on the Vancouver side, Sack Lodge with 3 RBIs. Fairbairn goes 6 innings, 3 earned, but Chadwick gets the loss on the blown save. Ripspod, 6 innings, Turner with the win though, and player of the game is Toby McMuffin. Sloss squeaking out one against the Scorpions, winning by just 1 run, 6-5, scoring 2 in the top of the ninth by Bobby McDonald hitting a single to score what I'm gonna guess is a couple of runs. Maybe it was just 1 run to take the lead. Who knows? Turtle with 2 RBIs. Over on the Death Valley side, Cologne with 2 RBIs. Daring goes 5 innings, but the win goes to Windsor, and Chicanza with a save. Green goes 5 innings as well, but loss and a blown save goes to Masato. Shane Green is player of the game. And last but not least, Raptors and the Stars. Raptors beat the Stars 7-2. 3 RBIs from Brunson, 2 for Finn Reese. Over on the Nashville side, not much going on. 2 RBIs for Philly fan. Moston with the win goes 7 innings, 2 runs. Tokiyami with the loss. Player of the game is Braylon Moston. And then, of course, we should have minors. Dillos and the Hepcats. Dillos beat the Hepcats 5-4. Scoring 1 in the top of the ninth. Looks like Buckley hit a solo shot. 2 RBIs for Buckley, 2 for Ayers. Over on the Kansas City side, not much going on. Furkin goes 6 innings, but the win goes to Hammer. Dixon with a save. Jonah goes 6 innings, but Richard gets a loss. Player of the game is Bruce Buckley. So State's beating the Dynamos 7-4. 3 RBIs for Stevens on Dallas, but that's about it. 5 RBI game for Dominguez Jr. for State College. Definitely was the difference in this game. Lasova with the loss. Lilo Sugar getting the win, and Not Winston with the save. And of course, Javier Dominguez Jr. is player of the game. Michael Goat Joden, you say. Johnny Shining versus Dave Man here. Mounties versus the Kingpins. And the Kingpins continue to beat the Mounties. This time the Mounties finally score, but again, just can't seem to get a win. And they're back down to 6 under. What was almost back to 500, but now they're back down by 6. 2 RBI game from Bone. And then a couple of RBIs just not accounted for Chicago, but they do win. Shining with the loss goes 3 2/3, 3 earned. Braun with the win and Kingpin with the save. Nolan Cruz is player of the game despite losing, interestingly enough. Last but not least, Wheelers and the 66ers. Wheelers beat the 66ers 6-1. Just a bunch of individual RBIs up and down the heart of the order. Pitching, Danielson with the win and Bones with the loss. Danielson's player of the game. So, I believe that's it. So I'll finish today, and we'll go through standings real quick and just see what's going on here at the practically the halfway point. Voyagers, a game over the Crabs, and then Toros another 12 games back. Over here, San Antonio Sloths 11 games behind Scorpions. Doesn't look like that division's gonna happen. Vandals 2 back of the Sloths, and then Raptors just a game back of the Vandals. You're looking at the wild card here. Looks like Raptors are 3 games out of a spot, if I understand this correctly. I'm not sure what's going on, but definitely a big gap between the bottom 5 teams and the top 7 teams or so, and then of course Scorpions just ahead of everybody. I mean, there's a gap between the Toros and then the Voyagers and the Crabs, but between the Toros and then the Sloths and the Vandals and Boise, it's a lot closer. So as long as they can get in that top 6, they should be good to go. Or top 4 that don't win the division, I guess I should say. Looking at the minors, Hepcats rolling away with the West. Yeah, definitely looks like they're going to take that. Otherwise, 66ers, Wheelers, and Dillos are all pretty far behind. East is basically anyone's division to take, just a 3-game spread. Right now it would be the Kingpins and the Hepcats would win their divisions, and then it would be, I guess, the 66ers and the Wheelers would be the 2 teams getting in, but of course, the farthest team back, the Mounties, are only 2 games back of a spot, so tons of parity, and definitely still a lot to go. We'll go here, and where is it? Where's the voting? When does All-Star voting start? All-Star teams are announced on the 29th. Is that for minors? What about majors? All-Star voting... All-Star teams are announced on the 30th, so I'll just go to that day. There shouldn't be any scores, but let's go to that. Nothing should change. Okay, cool. We'll start with the minors one first. Looking here, we have Luke Arroyo, or for the West, Luke Arroyo from KC. We got Leo Entertainment Font, Bingo Hammersmith, Finesse and Cider, Joden, Hot Dog Sandwich, George Washington Crab, Lucky El Charles, Ricky Hammer, Richard Bendover, Gerald Lim, Hardin Long, Al Bunty, Sean Scott, Thomas Rose, Mo Willis, Sandy Taters, Nick Marksman, Judy Panda, Jade Doctor, Danny Gonzalez, Dylan Hodge, Julio Ruiz, and Philip Stein. So, practically the entire Kansas City, lineup going on over there. Over on the east side, we get Beaumont, Gonzalez, Laguse, Lasova, Murphy, Wohler, Bo Benson, Throwing Guy, a bot, interestingly enough, DJ Law, Toot Bland, I'm missing people, Jackson Wohler, Throwing Guy, DJ Law, Jericho Styles, Toot Bland, Brendan McCollum, Haka, Hugh Munkus, Vital Valor, Danny B, Enrico Del Olmo, Jerry Jingles, Dub City, Tyler Hills, Remington Stevens, Dominguez Jr., Ben Stack and Paper, and Orion Kirkby. It's funny, awful lot of IAs from Kingston going in. Benson, IA, Throwing Guy, a bot. Murphy, IA. But then DJ Law and Jingles and Kirkby, as well as Toot Bland getting in. So those are active, so cool for them. If anybody wants to take a picture here, feel free. I can't get it much better than that. Other than that, we'll go to the PBE All-Stars. And Jose 43 gets an All-Star nod. Let's see if they're still in the chat. There you go. Congratulations. Of course, Dawson missing out as per usual, but was never really expecting to get in when you have so many pitchers that are below 3, and I can't even get below 4. Okay, we got Cho, 43, Buster Nut, Barack Obama, Nate Pearson, Golden Graham, Shower Handle, Pepper Morgan, Frederick Urquidez Garcia, Amp Dupree, Christopher Brew, Dan Halen, Gustavo Beauregard, Jose Tentacion, no doubt about that one. JD Jacks, Richard Small, Marcus Reeves, Eric Rivers, Dandy Chickens Jr., Hunter Harrison, Tilapia Salmons II, RJ Menard, DJ Steele, Steve Gonzalez, and Dorothy Morimura. Looking over here on the Western Division All-Stars. Barker, Callaway Flowers, Shane Green, Blue Line, Harry Styles, Doug Dingley, Slim Dugan, Colby Kidd, Alexander LeBlanc, Haley McConnell, Chimp DeZoo, First Name, Last Name, Lunchbox McGrath, Joshua Brunson, James Love, Robert Sandberg, Herb Sessions, Bobby McDonald, James Wan Sim, Elliot Lefebvre, John Camden, I Am Fullman, Johnny Times II, Ash Dragon, and Toby McMuffin. You're telling me that Chris King couldn't get in again? That's crazy. I mean, I totally thought he was gonna be one. Hold on a second. Did he have a worse season than I thought he did? Maybe. I don't know. Chris King goes 266, 345, 426. Yeah. It just blows my mind that he's never been an All-Star. That's insane. Are you kidding me? He has these amazing seasons. He's never gotten an All-Star nod. That just blows my mind. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting. But I'll get to uploading, and we'll get this up on the index. All right, that was a crazy game. Crazy Sims, I should say. Miners parody is whack this year. It's crazy. It's like, this isn't even the most parody the Miners had. I'm just reading through Miners management. But like, it's always like this, where like every team is like 4 games away from each other. And even then, still the Hepcats are somehow way ahead of everybody. Oh, now it's doing the thing where I mark a folder as red and it doesn't close. Oh man, that was not bad. I mean, we had a bunch of days to do and All-Stars to announce, and still under 3 hours. I'll take that. Definitely good enough for me. And again, I guess thanks everybody for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I really have to say. Great stream, thanks. I appreciate it. Always try my best, even if it doesn't work out. But yeah, I felt like today was a good stream. My voice is kind of dead by now, but yeah, I enjoyed it. A real all-star stream. Yeah, I guess you're right, considering there were all-stars. The stream randomly dropping frames. But I guess it doesn't matter since it's just a cover photo. We'll let this take forever to upload as I just sit here thinking of things to say. Man, my voice is really dead. Hi everybody, hi stream. Oof. ASMR stream. There you go. There it is. Let's see how bad the A's are getting fucking beat to shit. Marcus Simeon's streak of 276 consecutive games ends it. Chapman's solo homer makes it 5-2. That was 20 minutes ago. So we're still losing. Still 2-5. End of the fourth. Maybe I'll get a chance to see LaStella bat once. We'll see. Man, it's crazy now how things up. Did it go? It's crazy now. I was gonna say how like shipping and stuff works. I got a new phone like a week ago, and to get a case for it, I went on Amazon, and I've had Prime, right? It's always like 2-day shipping, but now even like 2-day shipping, it takes like 4 or 5 days. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully the post service. Actually, no. I don't know how that works because it didn't come from the postal service. It came from like an Amazon driver, but it's still taking longer than usual. And I'm not sure if that's because of the post service or if Amazon's having their own issues. I think it's both, but it's weird. Let's look here. All-star rosters announced. Okay, we're good to go. So catch you all later.